got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college football. And Tech with the huge lead early, all the momentum swings, and Palmer, obviously, in the booth was pretty solid, too.
It was one of those games, David, you just hated that somebody had to lose. And I think back to Haynes King at quarterback for Georgia Tech, throwing for over 300 yards, running for over 100 yards. He was incredible. There was one costly fumble. Was it targeting? Wasn't it targeting? The call went Georgia's way. And then we were running out of ways to describe two-point plays, and we were running out of espresso late in the game. Bring your espresso for this one. It's going to be fun.
Grab behind the line. It's Darasol. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
I'm not sure you have much in the script to convert a third and this long on the opening drive. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Bulldogs offense will get the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They'll give it to him again. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Power ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, the ground game. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Looking for room. It's Savage. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Throws to the tight end. It's caught. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup. Heading to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. The RPO, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Now on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
So now it's second and long. Drives the back and leaves it on the option. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Creates a little space. Makes it past the marker. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so...
Oh, he's got some space. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Here we go. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be fourth down.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Big fella moving. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? And the Bulldogs are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Pulls it in. It's chopped. No chance to run, but still a good gain. And And the Dogs can really attack on this second and short. Looking for space, it's Savage. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lining up to convert third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Give to the single back. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. The Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Chubb. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. The Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down.
And that's a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and to get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Turning it on. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hold. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. The Ramblin' Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech is a charter member of the SEC, though that was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
Looking to pass. It's Rousseau. Clears the pressure. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. Third and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Fires it incomplete.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a three-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Under fire! The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the...
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go.
Breaks into the open. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense working from the pistol. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Rousseau. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Fires one high and deep. Snatches it on the right. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll try the run. Shakes off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quick strike complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Got it, looking for the first down. Still running at the 40. It's a running room. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Bunch formation for these receivers. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. What a disappointment. No good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns and 21 points. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up. Scanning the field, it's Rousseau. It's complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Yellow Jackets line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. It's complete to the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll go to the ground. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Finds his man. It's Chop. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Governor's Cup is on the line, and already the Dogs and Ramblin' Wreck have given us some impressive moments.
And the Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Catch in the middle. It's Chop. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career.
There he goes. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. This time they'll go to the running game. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. On the move. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. Things getting tough for the Jackets as the hairy Dogs putting the fight into this one.
Georgia owning the Jackets, and they've owned this series, this rivalry, the hatred between the two. Right now, it's looking like that Governor's Cup going straight to the Dogs.
Georgia Tech, 7.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. To the ground with the back. Powers through the defender. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the air. It's Rousseau. Snagged out of the air. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Caught behind the line. It's Savage. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Chubb. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. At the 40, there he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Rifles it down the middle. And it's caught inside the 20. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Working that left side. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. And the Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Beck's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Georgia, 42. Georgia Tech, 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Dogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He's got it again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Rousseau. Hauls it in. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Phillips. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Darisaw. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And the Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field.
Set, ready.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on second down. They'll run the screen. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Taking it the other way. Past the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Offense in a bunch formation. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W. He'll set up to throw. Finds his big tight end.
Well, the offense on third down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north, but the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man all by himself. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Gets the first himself. And he slides down and gets just enough to move those chains. The Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Handoff from the shotgun. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. The deficit is huge, this one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking it and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
On the run, it's Applewhite. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? They'll go right back to it. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The stat hog would kick a field goal here. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting a field goal on the board, they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. The clean, old-fashioned hate was evident, and now Georgia Tech has even more reason to hate the Dogs because the red and black come out on top. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.